So welcome everyone back to IOR Season 6. Today we are here for Round 7 at the Austrian Grand Prix at Spielberg. The shortest track on the calendar for sure. 36 laps is what the distance of this race. And well, today as you can see we don't have that much of a big assistance, but I'm happy that we have the cleanest and most loyal drivers to the league racing, like for example of course Baraka, Cucumber, Thales, Yane, Will, Bialo, Nick FIFA, Joseph Vesely. Then we have Acid Masters, who's new to the league, also not Sir Vapor, but they have done a really good job in this couple of races. I know Vapor hasn't, I think he doesn't have much points right now, but still he's trying hard to stay in there with the pack and he's doing a good job. They're showing up every race, and yeah, so but we are now gonna focus on qualifying itself. It's already a McLaren coming out of the pit lane. That is Whale, the man that won in Spain a couple of weeks ago. And well, today looking for a good result for the McLaren team and for himself, of course. As I predicted on the Discord, today it was gonna be a good day for McLaren. So let's see. I actually didn't say a good day. I said it was gonna be a mega day for McLaren. And we will find out. It's actually the only team with Mercedes that has his full lineup racing today, so they have a lot of chances of taking big points for the championship. And even think about jumping Ferrari that only has Cucumber to race for them today. Even if they manage only a 3-4, for example, Cucumber wins the race, they will still be getting a bit more of points than what Cucumber would get for Ferrari. So it's gonna be an interesting development of the Constructors' Championship, what the results of this race will bring to us. But at the moment, Will on an out lap, Stanley also on an out lap. Then Cucumber's gone out really early for what he has us used to. He usually goes out when the time is already past a bit, but this time he's going out straight from the beginning. We are gonna follow now a lap from Will, the man that started us a Clown Turtle and now is becoming, well, one of the Ninja Turtles, of course. Already won a race and is starting to find back his pace, following Win into his lap. Fourth gear into turn 1. Now going into the end of the second straight of the track, this short track with 3 DRS zones altogether. 16.1 in sector 1. Let's see what can Cucumber do in sector 1. 16.1 as well. Will matching Cucumber's time in this first sector. We are gonna have to compare in the second one. Can Will keep this up? You know, Austria is a really short track and a track, well, it's kinda easy, I will say, so even the guys that may not be always fighting there up top can have a chance here because of how short this track is. 45.3 for Will in second sector. Now let's go with Slippery Cucumber. 44.9. Now there is Slippery Cucumber making up 4 attempts on Will on second sector, but now he invalidates. He goes a bit wider and invalidates his lap. And now it's Will who's gonna come into the line, and it's gonna be a 1.5.6, the first time set today. Stanley's also on a lap, and Joseph Vesely is already gonna finish his. I didn't saw him yet, but he is gonna cross the line, I think. No, he hasn't. Possibly he didn't validate. Now Stanley comes into a line, and it's a 1.5.4. Better lap than what Will did there, and good also fight back from Stanley from what we've seen from him in the previous races. He started showing a bit of better pace than what he did on the end of last game, and now he's already defeating Will on their first run. Thales has invalidated his lap as well, so it's only 2 drivers that have set a lap yet at this point. And we have been getting some of the commentaries in our commentary box, of course, because I'm now showing my face, thing that is the first time I'm doing on an IOR stream, so now you can see my reactions when I'm making fun of someone, laughing about a spin or something, which will make things much more interesting. I won't be able to hide any silent laughing anymore, because you'll see my expression, of course. So let's see, we have a comment from Equasar who says, David, sorry I couldn't make the race. Yeah, no worries, mate. It's though would have been good to have you here. You did a really good job on the second anniversary race, pre-season race, so it would have been good to have you here on track as well, but sadly it wasn't possible. Then we have Dundee who says Clown. So unfortunately this Clown unable to race due to his monitor being broken. So hopefully we can have him back for next weekend race at his track, the Clown track at Hungary. Then Clint says, sorry I couldn't be there, buddy. I hope the race goes well and no one returns. Yeah, I hope the same. I've been hoping that for the whole season. And well, with 11 drivers and with most of the cleanest guys in here, hopefully there won't be many retirements and people will fight it to the end. Remember, their points are given from P1 to P19. Today we have 11 drivers, so no matter what place you finish, if you finish, you will be scoring good points. The minimal amount of points you can score today is 9 points, because P11 gets 9 points, so you should still aim to finish the race, no matter how bad the situation looks. Then we have a message from Nightcrawler, who sends just a clown emoji. I don't remember who this is. If you are still watching this, Nightcrawler, please let me know who you are, because I forgot, or I'm not sure if you are new, but well, clown emoji from him. Will says, what the fuck are you doing with a coat in your house? It doesn't really warm me up, mate, so I think it just, I don't know, I like to use it. I have no more answer to that, and I'm gonna say it's not that hot in here in Peru right now, so it's not a big problem. Then he says, David, bro, today the Discord is dead. Just take off the code. Equasar sends fire, Vapor sends fire, and then Dundee says clown once again. A lot of clown emojis from the biggest clown in IOR, Ronald McDonald, and the Hungarian Demolition Man, of course, that caused that big one at Spain and hasn't come back yet after that, I think, or just for one race. No, actually that was his last race since his monitor broke, but hopefully we'll have him back for Hungary. Hopefully we will be back for Hungary, mate. At your home race you can do a good result at there, maybe even win. But okay, now we'll go back to the stream itself while we wait for more comments. Of course, it's qualifying, we can relax a bit with that. And we see Baraka's made it the fastest lap at the moment. It's a 1:04.7, but it's not a big gap compared to Janne, who has done a 1:05.0. It's only 3/10. As you can see, that's what Austria makes. It's a really short track with a lot of straights, just a couple of corners in the middle and final sector. That makes it drivers that are not always there on the pack of the lead be close. For example, Janne, who usually is far from Baraka, or even Nick FIFA, are much closer on a track like this. And then Bialo is really far behind. He's 1:06.0, but he is starting a new flying lap, I think. Then we have Acid Master, who's still in the pit lane. Oh, he has a quali ban, so he must have remembered that. He can't do a lap till... He can't do a lap at all. He's gonna be starting this race on last place. And we have Palace, who's still struggling to put in a clean lap, I think. He is done a 1:08.8, which is a disastrous lap there by the Williams driver that has found the pace finally to Baraka and Cucumber, but still, due to one thing or another, and whatever thing of the universe has against him, or I don't know, he hasn't been able to win yet this season. Well, we had that really unfortunate disconnection problem before the race started, where he was going to be fighting against Baraka for the win in Silverstone. Then a lot of lap 1 crashes in a couple of races before that. But also I have to admit that he is not being that consistent in qualifying. He many times has not been able to put a clean lap so easily as Baraka and Cucumber do, so that might be also a factor that has been taking him out of the chances of a better result in previous races. As you know, from more ahead on the grid you start, there's gonna be less chances that you get involved in an accident. So possibly Tala's gonna have to work on his qualifying, but apart from that, in the pace he's matching already Baraka and Cucumber, so hopefully today we'll have a good battle between the three of them. Hopefully more than even the three of them, if a lot of more people get into this as well. 8 minutes remaining on this qualifying session. Joseph Vesely is on a flying lap right now, possibly the only driver with Stanley as well. No, actually Stanley is on an in lap, Joseph Vesely is on a flying lap. It's actually, I forgot, Aston Martin also has their full lineup today with Joseph Vesely and Stanley currently 5th on the standings. So they also looking to take really good points for the team today as well. Following Joseph Vesely into the end of his lap, is coming into the final sector. Final corner for Joseph Vesely, and it's gonna be, let's see, improves 6 tenths and goes 4th fastest, 1:5.3, just 1 tenth behind Nick FIFA. Finally, Joseph Vesely showing some pace. He was also a bit behind in a couple of the races before, but now solid P4 for Joseph Vesely, but also the man that has taken podium already at Spain, a solid 2nd place due to all the mess that happened in that race, but he was there to survive and take those points. Thales is on an out lap now, trying to finally do a good lap, same as Slippery Cucumber. Baraka is on a lap right now. Sector 1 is gonna be 8 tenths slower, so I guess he is not really on a lap. So I think we've got more comments in the commentary box. Equator says David number 1, I think. So I guess that's for me saying I'm the number 1. So thank you, mate, Equator, for that comment. I'm waiting to see Will to tell me to take off the coat. But I think Clown Will is currently on a flying lap, so we are gonna go with him through Sector 2. Improving 1 tenth his previous lap. That is not gonna be enough to defeat Stanley, I think. But he is still missing this 3rd sector to improve. Comes into a line and it's gonna do a no, he invalidates. He has invalidated his lap. And here comes Thales as well on a flying lap right now. Going all the curve, inside of the curve, going off there. And it's a 44.8, 4 tenths faster than his previous lap. Well, his previous lap wasn't good, so I guess the part where he messed up was this final sector. And now he's gonna come into a line, and what time is Thales gonna set in this qualifying session? And it's gonna be provisional 4 for Thales. It's a 1:4.6. There you go, mate. Finally a really solid lap, and look at that, Slippery Cucumber faster than Thales, but only by 26 thousandths of a second, which is a really minimal margin at all, not a big one at all. Oh, and now Baraka sets a mega lap there, 1:4.2, 4 tenths faster than Cucumber and Thales. So now Cucumber and Thales will have to respond to that in their final run. At the moment, looks like Baraka is the favorite to take pole position once again, but there's still way to go in this qualifying session. 4 minutes remaining, there's still time. Clown Will coming into the pit lane, sitting on there on P9, the same place he started a race where he won at Spain. And is gonna come right now in to complain to the chat and tell me that I must take off my coat. So less than 3 minutes remaining in this qualifying session. Baraka, oh, and what was that? What was that? There was an Aston Martin in the wall. That was Stanley with no wing at all. Crashed it into the end of turn 2. Now he's gonna have to come into the pit lane to replace that front wing to be able to do one more run. But he is running out of time right now. 2 minutes to go, but also remember it's a short track, so I think he should or might be able to make it. He's gonna be on the limit though, possibly. He is gonna be losing a lot of time going through this couple of corners in sector 2 to make it into the pit lane. And here comes Bialo that is coming into the pit lane to possibly have time for his final run with 1 minute and 50 to go. Baraka on an out lap, Thales also on an out lap, Slippery Cucumber still in the pit lane. Our top 3 favorites for this race about to start their final run, and we will see who will finally take pole position today. And Baraka is not on a lap, but for some reason he appears like he was on a lap. But he has lowered the fuel, I think, to the maximum of his car. The lowest fuel he can, and here goes Baraka. We are going to follow him on board the championship leader through a lap around Austria. His final run to take and defend that pole position he holds by now. Coming into the end of sector 1, there goes a McLaren as Ferrari as well, I'm sorry. Improving 1/10 in sector 1. Good improvement there by Baraka. He is looking safe to take pole position today. Thales also started his flying lap. Stanley sees no more reason to continue. He knew there was not enough time to do a lap, and he just retires in the pit lane. Unfortunately for him, he is going to be starting the race on P7 maybe if no one improves that. Here comes Baraka to the end of sector 2. Can he improve what he did previously? He does improve, but only by 1/10. It's not a big improvement. Of course, it's Austria. You can't expect that big of improvements on this track. And now final sector for Baraka. Can he improve even more? Or can he at least hold that time he has now? Final sector gonna be a mega lap there by Baraka. Well, actually only 62,000, but still everything counts here to defend pole position. And Thales has messed up his lap, and he is not gonna be doing another one. Or is there a timing glitch here because he's continuing? No, he's whipping on the track, but yeah, okay, he didn't improve at all. Cucumber improving 58 thousandths in sector 1. Now coming into sector 2, and he's gonna go down into 4th gear for this corner, going all on the outside of the curve. He's really far from Baraka now in their current time, but we will have to see after this lap how close he can actually get to him. He is improving 2/10 in sector 2. It will all depend in the final sector, and he did a lap good enough to defeat Baraka for pole position. Nick FIFA unable to improve. He is gonna be starting on 4th. And here comes Slippery Cucumber, and he's gonna invalidate. Cucumber invalidates on the penultimate corner, and that is gonna be Baraka once again on pole position today. But of course the race is long, and Slippery Cucumber I think has crashed on purpose on rage, or maybe simply lost the car, but I don't know. Anyway, it's the end of qualifying. It's not gonna cause trouble to anyone, but it's Baraka who takes pole position once again in IOR. I think that is gonna be the 4th one of the season, possibly. I think possibly yes. Actually, maybe even the 5th one. I'm not too sure right now. But anyway, it's Baraka on pole once again. Cucumber in 2nd place and Thales in 3rd. The big 3 of the league, 3 aliens of IOR, starting once again in the top 3 places, and it's gonna be a good battle between these 3 for the wing now on this race. And also we have to take a look at Nick FIFA and Yane, also looking good. And well, Vapor also have done a mega qualifying for what he has done previously. 6th place for him. Ahead of Will, ahead of Stanley and Joseph Besley, that showed good pace for a moment, but on the end ended up in P8 and P9. Bialo takes P10, and Acid Master with the Qualiban has to start last this race, so we will see how he does. So it's gonna be a dry race once again, not like Silverstone on the sprint. We had a wet race for 9 laps, but today it's once again, I think we hadn't had a single race on the wet, full race I mean. So it's gonna be dry once again, as it's been through all this season. We are gonna go to the race director to see what strategy is everyone gonna go for. We have most people on the medium tires. It's only Yane who's trying to go aggressively on the softs. Is Cucumber and Talis trying to go on hards, and Acid Master's also on hards. And that is the okay, yeah, now Baraka and Nick FIFA both have switched to the hards as well. So Yane might be looking good to take the lead of the race in the first laps, because he has of course a way faster tire than the top 4, but of course tires that are gonna die soon, much sooner than the hard. So but at least he can try and hold them for a bit, but he will have to overtake as well. So we'll see how this goes on. Now 30 seconds to start the race. Top 3, top 4 on the hards, then Yane on softs, then next 5 on mediums, and finally Acid Masters on hards. A lot of split strategies in here. Now Whale have switched into the hards as well. It's gonna be an interesting start of the race. Now Bialo switched to the hards as well. Now it's most people on the hards. Well, you never know about safety cars, but with 11 people there's less chances of a safety car, less people able to crash. Hopefully everyone finishes this race. Of course, as I said, points are given to every place, but now we are gonna start the race. 4 lights, 5 lights. It's lights out and away we go, and Baraka's got a good start. Nick FIFA I think has got a good start as well. Yane's got a mega start of course because of the tires, and here goes Nick FIFA down the inside. Oh, and there's a spinner from Vapor. No, but he actually managed to save that car, and Will is actually the one that's falling into last. Here comes Slippery Cucumber on Baraka. He's gonna try and send it down the inside. Does he wanna go for it, for the dive? No, he backs off at the end. He looked good there to take the place, but finally he decided not to. It's of course a long race, no need to risk it on lap 1. It's Baraka who leads, then followed by Cucumber, followed by Talis. Here comes Yane down the inside of Talis, sends it, the mega dive bomb on Talis there. Of course trying to use his tire advantage. Talis should not be fighting this one so hard, as he is still gonna lose it at some point because of course Yane being on the faster compound of tire. Now Yane is gonna look to overtake both Baraka and Cucumber, if he can do it of course. Baraka leads, followed by Slippery Cucumber, followed by Yane, followed by Talis. Baraka of course set the fastest lap of the race. Lap 2 of the race, still one more lap for DRS to be enabled. Will comes into a pit lane. Unfortunate first lap incident for Will, and he is now gonna switch into the medium set of tires I guess. Here comes Yane on Slippery Cucumber and gets the move done by the outside. Takes second off the race, and next target is gonna be Baraka. To take the lead of the race. Now the question is, how long will that last for Yane? He is gonna have DRS on next lap. He still has the tire advantage on the race leader Baraka. Meanwhile, Nick Pifa's also keeping the train with the leaders here, so it's a 5-car train for the lead. Baraka leads it now, then comes Yane, then comes Slippery Cucumber, then comes Talis. Yane's actually made a good job there, splitting the top 3, I'm sorry. But now he looks unable to catch back to Baraka. Well, it was a really short life for those soft tires then, or simply Baraka has some mega pace today. We will have to find out. Here comes Yane now, is gonna be on DRS of Baraka. Yane trying there to close the gap, it's 7 tenths behind. Goes a bit deep I think. Not much of action yet, apart from those 2 moves from Yane on Cucumber and Talis. Now he is looking to go past Baraka, but as I said, the tires are not gonna last for long. Talis doing his best to stay on the DRS of Slippery Cucumber. Most of them on 6 them separated on the 5-car train on the lead. Behind, oh, and there's a spinner there. That is That is Nick FIFA. That is Nick FIFA off. Nick FIFA is off and is falling down the train. This is not good for Mercedes. Baraka was gonna get some help there by his teammate, and now he is not have that. It's just a battle between the three now, and Yanni, who is splitting the leaders right now. And well, Nick FIFA of course can fight it back, but he is not gonna be there to play a good strategy for Baraka, I think, now with what has just happened. And here comes Yanni on the slipstream on the DRS of Baraka. Is he gonna send it here down the inside? Yes, he does. Dives it down the inside of Baraka, and he is gonna get or not DRS for the next race. Yes, looks like he will. And here comes also Slippery Cucumber on the slipstream of Baraka. He is now trying to get him past him as well. No, he isn't. He's trying to go all the way by the outside, but it's not enough of a straight line speed. Yanni leads the race now, but he is, as I've already said many times, gonna have to stop early on this race due to this soft set of tires. But he's made it a good job to take the lead of the race on lap 4. Looked like he wasn't going to be able to catch Baraka. At the end, he did catch Baraka and take the lead of the race. Now the question is, how long can he stay in that lead of the race with those soft tires? Baraka is going to have the chance to fight it back on the next DRS straight. But you all know how hard Yanni is to get past. So Baraka is not going to have an easy time, I think, trying to get past the Alpha driver there. On board with Baraka now, who also has Cucumber at his back. A mistake. Trying to pass Yanni might also mean losing the place to Slippery Cucumber. Here comes Baraka, and he's gonna try and go all the way by the outside. Actually, I think Yanni might not have enough straight line speed to defend against Baraka, but he is gonna get the DRS for next straight. Tries to move down the inside, but is kind of optimistic by Yanni, which is gonna cost him time to an extra. Now it's gonna be Slippery Cucumber as well, who is gonna be trying to get past Yanni, but he is not managed to do it. Yanni stays ahead in second of the race. As I said, we might not have a lot of drivers today racing, but we have the cleanest drivers on the grid, and they are giving us a great show till the moment. Especially, of course, Baraka, Yanni, and Cucumber at the moment are the ones that have given us the show today at the moment in only 5 laps. Baraka leads 8 tenths ahead of Yanni. Yanni is starting to lose the train. He might now drop out of DRS. He does now, and it's Slippery Cucumber who's going to be briefing there at his back to go for the move, and he needs to go for this move as soon as he can. Because if not, Baraka is going to be escaping away from him. Here comes Slippery Cucumber on the DRS. He is going to wait to the next straight to get past him. Actually, Yanni might get DRS back on Baraka, and he does. Yanni gets the DRS back. So it's going to be maybe a hard time. No, it's not going to be a hard time, because here comes Slippery Cucumber with much more ERS and gets past Yanni. But Yanni might be thinking about a move down the inside here. No, he doesn't. And now it's time for Thales to try and get past Yanni. Sir Vapor gets the first penalty of the race for multiple warnings. Here comes Thales at the back of Yanni, and is gonna think about a move, I guess, in the next lap, because there's no more DRS zones in this one. Now he just needs to hope Yanni doesn't lose that much time with Baraka and Cucumber speed. Oh, and he taps him a bit there, a minimal tap there between Yanni and Thales, but actually just cost Yanni a bit of time, not more than that. But he should be able to make the move into the next lap easily. Yanni has no more way of holding on those tires. But it's costing Thales time now with the leaders. But he also can expect these two to start a battle there ahead on the lead of the race. Here comes Thales, and he's gonna go all the way by the outside on the curb, and it should be an easy move now. Yanni is, I think, is not gonna put too much of resistance here on Thales. See. Just a move that's gone. Here comes Slippery Cucumber on Baraka. Is he gonna try and send the move here? No. Now it's Thales who needs to push a bit to catch the train with the top 2. Slippery Cucumber not using ERS. Baraka also not using ERS to defend against Cucumber. And Thales is quickly catching the pack to try and get into that battle for the win. Yanni, well, he might have not being able to challenge the leader for long, but he has a 6-second gap to Sir Vapor, which at the end has been a good business there for Yanni. And here comes Thales using his ERS to close the gap into the top 2, and he's gonna have the DRS with this, and Yanni is out of DRS now. And now there you go, 3-way battle once again. I was missing this since, I guess, the Australian Grand Prix, due to Thales not being there in the last couple of races, but now he's back. 3-way battle for the win today on Austria. Slippery Cucumber versus Baraka. Now Thales is going to have to save some of his ERS. when he feels safe on the train with these two, as he has to use some of it to catch them. Being holded by Yano for a couple of times. Baraka not getting the best exit out of the corner, but Cucumber also not wanting to use too much of the CRS to attack him. Baraka leads 2 tenths ahead of Cucumber. Look how close they are. And Thales, as I said, is not far behind at all. It's a 3-way fight for the lead between the 3 captains of our top big teams in IOR. Cucumber excessively close to Baraka here, but still is not thinking about a move, because he knows, well, he wants to save his CRS, and Baraka wants to do the same, and Thales wants to do the same. Yana is making it into the pit lane. He is now gonna go for the switch of tires, possibly gonna go hards, I guess, till the end of the race. Meanwhile, Slippery Cucumber attacking Baraka here. He's thought about the move for a moment there. Both have used some of the re-arrest in there. And here comes Slippery Cucumber attacking Baraka. Is he thinking about it this time? No, he's not. There's a spinner there from the Aston Martin of Stanley in last place. But he takes control of the car once again and returns on track. Yellow flag, that's a spinner from Nick FIFA once again. Once again, Nick FIFA spins, and it's not a good day at the moment for the Mercedes driver who's fighting for 3rd place on the championship right now against Bialo and Thales. Well, Thales has shown much more pace through the season, but due to a lot of different struggles has lost a lot of points. So he is currently on P5 on the standings, but how he's going now, he can definitely have the chance to take back that P3 on the standings. And here comes Slippery Cucumber on Baraka once again, but not going for the move. He is still waiting, still trying to save his CRS. Thales is also trying to save his CRS. Everyone still on save moment. They have now no one else to challenge. Yana is actually gone for soft, so he's going for a 2-stopper strategy. Not sure if that's gonna work. Is there even rain coming maybe on this race? You can see the sky is really dark, so... But you never know with this game. There might be or there might not be. If there is gonna be rain, we will see. Starts in little drops in a couple of minutes. If not, then, well, it's just stay as normal as it is now. Top 3 keep saving the rear rest, not really attacking each other at the moment. But Slippery Cucumber still really excessively close to the back of Baraka in this race. Oh, and Baraka didn't get a good exit, I think, out there, and Slippery Cucumber is now using the CRS to attack Baraka. Baraka also, I think, used it to defend. Is he gonna send it down the inside? There he goes. Slippery Cucumber is going for the lead of the race. Slippery Cucumber goes for the lead of the race on Baraka. Both going side by side there into turn 2. Who is gonna be ahead? Cucumber has the DRS. Baraka maybe got the better exit. No, it's not. It's Slippery Cucumber now who leads the Austrian Grand Prix at lap 11 of the race. But now Baraka is definitely gonna want to fight that one back. And Thales is gonna be there. I think that's rain. I think it's rain coming. I think it's the rain that starts coming. Or might have just made a mistake. I think I can see a little drops there in the track. Well, I'm still not 100% sure, but might be. No, it's actually raining. It started to rain. The rain is falling at Austria, so race is about to completely change maybe if the rain gets heavier. If not, well, it will continue how it is now, but there's a big chance of a switch to intermediate tires really soon. So we will have to see how this race turns on. If that's the case, then these guys are definitely gonna have to fight it all as hard as they can on track, because then DRS is gonna be disabled. There goes Baraka, tries to send the move down the inside on Slippery Cucumber, but Cucumber defends it really well. Baraka using his DRS to attack Cucumber. He's gonna try and get him here into turn 3. Can he send it down the inside? No, Baraka backs off there. Now Thales in a better position of ERS than Baraka. Baraka is using a lot to try and get past Slippery Cucumber. Slippery Cucumber with almost full ERS. And meanwhile the track keeps getting wet. There's another spinner there from Stanley on the final corner. Hopefully it's not gonna bring trouble to the front runners. It's only on a terrible day today to handle that Aston Martin. And now Thales at the very back of Baraka. Baraka giving it all to get past Slippery Cucumber. Thales also giving it all to stay in the pack. Here comes Baraka using all of his ERS remaining, and he is gonna be... Cucumber lets him by. Thales also gonna be thinking about a move on Slippery Cucumber. Almost the three are gonna be going three wide. Baraka and Cucumber, who got the DRS? Who got the DRS? I think it's Slippery Cucumber who got the DRS in here. Slippery Cucumber got the DRS and retakes the lead of the race. Thales coming back on P3, but he's lost a bit of time there to the top two. Not sure if the back marker had something to do in there. The track is getting more and more wet, and Slippery Cucumber has done a mega job in here because now his two rivals have no ERS and he has almost full ERS. Mega job there by Slippery Cucumber on this race. Will's already pitted for intermediate tires. I think it's really early. I think it's a really early decision by Will there, but he is trying to go for a gamble as he has nothing to lose. DRS is being disabled. No, it actually might be the right time to do. DRS is disabled. Drivers are gonna have to start coming in the pit lane soon to change for intermediate tires. But of course it will also depend on how good can these drivers manage the conditions. Maybe the DRS is disabled, but in some way these slicks are still the best tire to be on. I'm not sure, of course I'm not driving, so I don't know really the conditions. But in that case, well, we'll find out with what this three... Oh, and Slippery Cucumber's made a mistake there. Slippery Cucumber's made a mistake and has taken a slide and has lost the place to Baraka there. Mistake there because now it's gonna be much... Oh, Baraka now is the one that makes the mistake. Baraka makes the mistake now, and it's Slippery Cucumber who will try to retake the lead. Both of the front two runners have made a mistake there. First Cucumber made it, Baraka took the place, then Baraka made it and Cucumber retook the place. Thales is now at the back of Baraka. He has not made a single mistake on these tricky conditions, but now they are all gonna be coming into the pit lane, or not, or maybe not. No, Cucumber is staying out, Baraka is coming in, and Thales is coming in with Baraka. So now we will have to check how fast are these two gonna come compared to Slippery Cucumber. Slippery Cucumber feels comfortable on the intermediate tires. Both already coming out of the pit lane. Acid Masters staying out to take P2 of the race. Are actually slicks still... Oh, and I think Thales has hit Baraka in the pit lane exit, or what was that? Has Thales hit Baraka in the pit lane exit? Well, if that's the case, possibly Thales must have wing damage, but yeah, possibly we'll have to pit then to replace the wing, but I'm not too sure really. Maybe not, or maybe it was just a glitch on my screen. But here comes Thales trying to control the car on, of course, cold tires. And I think Cucumber has the lead gifted actually here. But maybe not, because those hard tires might not be working anymore at all. And he is gonna be boxing now. Yes, he is. Slippery Cucumber is coming into a bit. Oh, and has to go wide there. Has to go wide and is gonna go out. No, or maybe he did never try to pit. Maybe his intention was never to pit. Now Thales seems to have had a good moment there on Baraka, but at the end didn't. He is not coming into the pit lane, so he doesn't not have damage to the car. Slippery Cucumber feels like he can still be out there, so maybe it's not totally confirmed that inters are the best way to go right now. And Acid Master has not pitted. Stanley has retired in the pit lane. Sir Vapor is in the pit lane now, and now Baraka might have a hard time racing Acid Master in here. Or maybe not, we will have to see. Baraka goes there. He's lost a bit of time. Actually does a really nice switch back there on Acid Masters and takes the place. Acid Masters also not putting any fight on Thales there. Thales also takes the place easily on him. And I was gonna try and chase Slippery Cucumber, no, sorry, Baraka. But Slippery Cucumber, I am not really sure why he has not pitted yet. Maybe he... I don't know. Is he staying out one more lap? Yes, he is. Slippery Cucumber is feeling comfortable on the hard tires, but he's losing a lot of time to Baraka and Palace. What is this? What is he thinking about? Why is he staying out? I think there's no way he can hold that pace to the end of the race and stay ahead of Baraka and Palace. He would still have to pit anyway at some point because of the mandatory pit stop. So, well, it's kind of a mystery for me why Slippery Cucumber is still out on track. Knows something I don't know, but he is having a really hard time controlling those tires there on the wet. Baraka might be getting really close to him soon. Slippery Cucumber 9 seconds behind comes Baraka. There's no really a reason why he has stayed out this long. He is now 8 seconds, just 8 seconds ahead, and distance is dropping really fast. It's been a mega, absolutely mega mistake there by Slippery Cucumber staying out this long. 6.4, 6 seconds. He's lost like 3 seconds in one lap, and he is still staying out. He is still staying out. Why is he still staying out? Can someone please explain me what is going on here? Slippery Cucumber is losing 4 seconds a lap to Baraka and Palace, and he is staying out. There's no explanation to this. Unless the track is gonna dry up in like 1 minute, I don't really see a reason for this. He hasn't pitted. He could have pitted many laps. He's losing like 4 seconds a lap and he hasn't. And here comes Baraka, and is not even gonna have to fight him at all. Palace won't have to fight him at all as well. It's Slippery Cucumber, who has made the worst and biggest meme of the season, staying out on hard tires for like 5 laps when the rain was coming, and has lost the race completely. If there's no safety car, this race is done for Slippery Cucumber. Baraka and Palace did what it was obvious that you had to do, and Cucumber, with a comfortable lead with full ERS, threw away what wasn't, maybe not an easy win, but a win, a factible win. He's losing 6 seconds a lap against Baraka and Palace. And now he does have to come in to the pit lane. Well, I'm definitely gonna have to interview this guy later and ask him what was that? What was that strategy? He was worthy of the real Ferrari strategy clowns in real life, but not in the game. What was that, mate, Slippery Cucumber?